Zach, you want to show him the way? The way out of that fucking water. Yeah, I was trying to do that earlier and none of these would break. So I think it takes like a bit of damage to do it. Oh. Zach, when I said show him the way, I didn't mean like, you know, the way to the afterlife. I'm pretty sure we can just take him there. Well, we could kill him. He wants to give you a hug, Zach. He knew the way. I love that your cat still has the buffs. I don't know. Can you break its spirit? Well, if you really want to do it, you gotta use your spirit gun. Zach, what I really think you need is Stamina Thief. Like, run to fucking full set of that. Stamina Thief, you inflict stamina damage and cause them to get exhausted faster. Is it as dope as a giant Toblerone? Got that bitch a giant Toblerone. Bitches love giant Toblerone. Yeah, I saw those. I was hoping those weren't the bosses. I saw those on the ground, and I was hoping that they weren't the bosses. Oh, it, it's 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 your blessing to Teostra. I understand. Yep. Oh, he pushed me up to a wing. Zach, are you joining my religion? No, no, no. You must not kill the Teostra. The Teostra must become one with you. I hate that Tinder now like sends me messages like, "Hey, somebody likes you." Then I get on, and it's just somebody I never messaged, and it's like, Tinder, fuck off with this fucking. Like, if they didn't message me, I wouldn't want to message them. Zach, when are you gonna hook me up with a hot girl? Zach, you know all the bitches. I don't want your girlfriend. Zach, like 100,000 bitches. I love when I attack his foot for fucking more damage than you hit with a buff. Like, I do reduced damage to his foot, and it's still more than you hit. uh, oh shit, I gotta do my sharpening. Zach, how will I ever find love if, you're not a bro and help me out? Bullshit. I'm going on what? Uh, of the two of us, who has love? And, of the two of us, who's been single since their last ex fucking left them? Yeah. 2.5. Uh, Reese? Wishful thinking. Yeah, but still. How long have you been in this relationship? How long did you date Kat? I thought that was longer. Oh, damn. Fair enough. And it was a learning experience. You learned not to take girls around Matt. Yeah. All Matt and all his buddies did was talk shit about anybody. Fucking the Nagys used to come over and talk shit about Veronica and, like, chill with me instead of Matt. Like, that's how they got by, was just talking shit. Oh yeah, if you want his fangs, you gotta break his face. If you wanna be his lover. Zach, everybody needs his fangs. They're used for any of his weapons, I believe, and they're used for the bracers. So in case you ever, once you're done grinding for gear, and you want to switch out, like, a different set of pants or something, building his bracers will give you, if you build the B version, you get 3 slots. Yeah. I need to get more friends. Oh shit. That hurt. After he hit me with it. It's all good. I'm a fucking demigod in this game. I can take a breath or two. Oh, excuse me. Straight up. Oh, yep. Are you really? That's good, because I've been hallucinating recently. And I just gotta make sure. Oh, damn, I hate that attack. Yeah, sometimes I think the reason like I haven't been able to find a relationship since is because I'm really fucked up. Like, well, it's not so much relationships that I'm fucked up, just me as a person. Like, my personality is kind of fucking. Yeah, but you're like, I don't know how to describe it. For me, it's the opposite side of it. Is I really don't give a fuck about people. Like most people. Like I realized it because I was talking with this girl, and she was like, "Oh, I'm having a really bad time," and I did the stereotypical, like, "Well, I'm here for you," but then I realized I really don't give a fuck. Like, she doesn't hold value in my life, and it's like a bunch of shit like that I've like started realizing more and more is that like I have these set ideas and images in my mind of like how like relationship and stuff like that would work and how it should be. And when people fall short of that, I lose interest in them. And I feel like that line of thinking is fucking up my like friendships as well. Is because back when me and Veronica first started dating, it's when I met you, Stu. We would all hang out. We would all do stuff together all the time. You know, oh, I got nothing to do. I'll just run over to Zach's house and chill. You know, we'll go to Royal Oak and hang out. And like, I still have that like kind of desire for friendship, but everybody's too busy. And then there's the stereotypical like, all it takes is, you know, 30 seconds to say hi, 30 seconds to say, what's up, how have you been? But nobody does it. Like, usually the only time anybody contacts each other is because they need something. And, like, that's one of the things that gets me down a lot is, like, feeling I'm not worth hanging out with. Yeah. Yeah. But you also kind of have a junker and live fucking way out in BFE. But, yeah. Like me. Yeah. Well, stew, technically. Yeah, I was kidding. Because stew's from here. That was the joke. But no, I get it. My problem is with this job, I don't want to move, and like if I do end up moving, it's gonna be to another state. Yeah, cause like, I don't want to fucking deal with the snow anymore. I'm done with it. And I think that's like one of the reasons I'm not like applying myself too hard. Is I know if I get fired, I that'll be my first stone in the moving. You know, this is the one thing holding me here because the friend group that I have, other than like the non-existent part, but like Spencer, you know, whatever. I see him once every other week, if that. Like he picks me up, we go to D&D, he drops me off, and then like makes false promises of like, oh yeah, well I'll be in the area this week, I'll stop by, and it's like okay, I'll see you on next time we have D&D. Spencer is always working. Like literally like well the thing is the thing is Spencer still hangs out with like did you ever meet Carl from Cafe? Well, I introduced Spencer and Carl. Carl and Colton were getting a new place, so they went through Spencer. Spencer got them a place in Royal Oak, and then Spencer's now like super best friends with them. Like they go out, uh, they had a magic night slash drinking party at a bed and breakfast like type house where you like rent the house for a weekend. And like that's what they did for New Year's is they all went there and hung out. And it's like, those used to be my friends and then I introduced them to Spencer and now I don't hear from any of them. And then Spencer like, hosts D&D groups for them. He, you know, he spends a lot of time with them. And, I never get the phone call of like, hey, dude, you want to come hang out with all of us? And it's like, yeah. And like my other major problem is I like playing video games with people, like running around by myself, whatever. But if I have at least somebody to chat with while I'm doing with it, like it makes the whole experience more enjoyable. Because I've never been a solo player. Very nice. Like sure, it's only 4 points, but yeah. I just realized why I don't have any friends. So I made a Snapchat because I was watching Shameless, and yeah, because it's funny to watch it because it reminds me of part of my family. Like Frank is literally my Uncle Jemmy, and it's fucking terrible. But I'm talking like I made a post because I had screenshot like I had took a picture of uh, when Lip goes to college, his roommate's uh, girlfriend like starts hitting on him, gives him a blowjob, and then the next day they're sitting there and she's like, well, you came 15 minutes early before your class, so I figured you wanted something from me, and like takes off her shirt when his roommate walks in, and his roommate like cuts between them, he's like, forgot my book, and then walks out, so Lip rushes after him. Well, her tits were like super nice and perky. I'm like, I have found the perfect tits. But like, have you seen that part then? The roommate's like, dude, the best thing about a blowjob is she shuts up. Yeah. But like, I took that picture and I posted on Snapchat like with my face, and I was like, I found the best pair of tits. There is a heaven. And my buddy's like, picture it didn't happen. So he's like, I'm just kidding. So I sent him the picture. He goes, oh well, my ex girlfriends were just as nice, if not better. And I'm like, picture it never happened. Not kidding. And he goes, give me a minute. So he sends a picture of his ex girlfriend's tits, and like I'm like, damn, those are nice because they're like a little bit bigger and just as perky. I'm like, what's her number again? It's in another picture. Yeah, with the congratulations, you are now one of the 3 men to see her topless. That we know of. She's dating some like hipster artist guy now. Well, the thing was, is before Veronica got her talons into him, he wasn't too bad looking of a guy. Like, he was, he wasn't like a 10, but I'm not a. Ugh. See, my major problem is the longer it takes me to get a girlfriend, the more likely that they're all gonna get fucking knocked up and pregnant. Seriously, any girls. Like, I can't date anybody from back, in my small town, because 90% of them already have a kid. And I am not about to be baby daddy to somebody else. Like, if I really like them, like, there's this one girl back in Gladwin named Rachel that, if it happened, it happened. It'd be awesome. She has a little girl, and, but it's like, I would rather not. I don't know. It's probably pretty fucked of me to say that. But, I really would rather not be dating somebody who's had a kid. Like, I tried dating Misty, and that one was just kind of a, revenge for me, and it didn't plan out very well. But, she had a kid that she had given up to adoption. So, Misty, she had a kid, but she gave it up to adoption. Like, she's still a part of his life, but, she's not raising him. Yeah, it was while she was still pregnant, she had went through all the adoption agency stuff. Little Leon. But she was a better lay than Veronica was. And that's what matters. Well, you forget about it after a while. And a lot of alcohol. You forget about it and you're just like fucking her from behind. You look down, you're like, oh god, it's staring at me. Look away! Look away! Zach, are you crying? No? Maybe? Oh, it's D class. What's great is Veronica wasn't even my longest relationship. Just put your shirt on. But just put your shirt on. Yeah. And she'd fucking show him to anybody. Until I started dating her. And then she was like, oh, I have to be a prude. Topless D&D was exaggerated. She would go topless every once in a while during D&D. Dude. No, see, what originally happened was I had read on like Reddit or something, and it was strip video games like play Mario Kart. Whoever wins the round, the other one loses a piece of clothing. So I had mentioned that to her, me and her should go do it, and then she mentioned it to Gabby. So now me, her, and Gabby are going. Well, Chibi was there too, so now me, her, and Chibi are going upstairs. I'm gonna shut down my broadcast because I don't want to talk about this.